Coronation Street fans can expect bad news for Gary Windass next week as Kit Green ups his efforts to get Sarah Platt's sentence reduced. Kit is determined to prove that Gary was part of Theo Silverton's murder and wants to blame him for Sarah's decision not to go to the police. It's not a secret that Kit has no love for Gary, so he doesn't think twice about using whatever he can to build a case against his rival. But will his plan pay off? Kit is canny, and he now has the data from Gary's phone from the night that Theo was murdered, explains our Cobble's spy. He then recruits Bethany to his cause by revealing that Gary helped Sarah cover her tracks and, in doing so, prevented her from doing the right thing. Bethany is desperate to help her mum, so it won't take much to get her on side. This is not the detective's first rodeo, and before long, Kit is scouring the phone data to find what he needs to begin shaping the narrative. Soon, Kit chances upon something that could really help him. If he can prove that Sarah didn't act alone, a good lawyer can argue that she was pressured into lying and therefore secure a lighter sentence. Gary is rattled as Kit invites him to call round the flat later, hinting he's had an interesting day. How will Gary react to Kit's latest move? Kit enjoys every minute when he realizes that he might finally have the upper hand, adds our source. He toys with Gary by refusing to give anything away, instead promising to reveal everything later. So far, everything has been going Gary's way, as Sarah is refusing to drag his name into her legal case because she doesn't want to get him into trouble for helping her. But could Kit's plans derail all that? Coronation Street is once again setting the stage for a dramatic showdown, and this time, Detective Kit Green is preparing to turn his attention toward Gary Windass in a storyline packed with suspicion, secrets, and shocking revelations. Just when residents of Weatherfield believed the mystery surrounding Theo had begun to settle, a new bombshell threatens to change everything. The latest twist promises high-stakes drama as Kit starts connecting the dots between Theo's mysterious circumstances and Gary's questionable behavior. With tensions rising across the cobbles, viewers can expect accusations, emotional confrontations, and unexpected alliances that could leave several lives changed forever. Gary finds himself in the spotlight. Gary Windass has never been a stranger to trouble. Throughout his years on Coronation Street, he's built a reputation as someone who often ends up at the center of dangerous situations. While he has tried to leave his darker past behind, history has a habit of catching up with him. Recent events involving Theo have only intensified public suspicion. Gary's actions, his secretive behavior, and his determination to protect those closest to him have all attracted unwanted attention. Now Kit Green believes there may be more to Gary's involvement than anyone initially suspected. Instead of treating Gary as merely another witness, Kit begins viewing him as someone who may know far more than he's willing to admit. Kit Green refuses to let it go. Kit has developed a reputation for trusting evidence over emotion. While others may jump to conclusions, Kit carefully pieces together every clue before making his move. However, something about Gary's version of events simply doesn't sit right. Small inconsistencies begin piling up. Questions remain unanswered. Witness statements don't completely match. As Kit revisits the timeline surrounding Theo, he notices several details that point directly toward Gary. Rather than ignoring his instincts, Kit quietly launches a deeper investigation. Without revealing his full strategy, he begins speaking to people close to Gary, hoping someone accidentally reveals information that could break the entire case open. Theo's story takes another dark turn. Just when viewers thought Theo's storyline couldn't become any more complicated, new evidence emerges that changes everything. The latest discovery raises fresh questions about Theo's final movements and who may have crossed paths with him shortly before events spiraled out of control. Instead of providing answers, every revelation creates even more uncertainty. Who was Theo really meeting? Why were certain details hidden? Who benefits from keeping the truth buried? These unanswered questions leave Weatherfield buzzing with speculation. Gary starts feeling the pressure. Gary quickly realizes Kit's attention isn't casual. Every conversation suddenly feels like an interrogation. Every decision seems to be watched. Friends begin asking uncomfortable questions. Even those closest to him start wondering whether Gary is hiding something. Although Gary insists he's telling the truth, the pressure begins taking its toll. Trying to balance family responsibilities while under growing police scrutiny becomes almost impossible. His frustration grows with every passing day. The more he attempts to clear his name, the more suspicious his actions appear. Sarah becomes concerned. As Kit's investigation gathers momentum, Sarah finds herself caught in the middle of another crisis. Having witnessed Gary's struggle before, she worries the situation could quickly spiral beyond anyone's control. She encourages honesty and urges Gary to cooperate fully with the investigation. But Sarah also knows that Gary has a history of making impulsive decisions whenever he believes he's protecting someone he loves. Her greatest fear isn't simply that Gary could become a suspect. It's that he'll try solving the problem himself. Friends begin choosing sides. The investigation sends shockwaves across Coronation Street. Some residents believe Kit is simply doing his job. Others feel Gary is being unfairly targeted because of his troubled past. Old rivalries quickly resurface. Long-buried arguments return. People who once supported Gary begin questioning whether they truly know him. Meanwhile, Kit refuses to allow public opinion to influence his investigation. He's determined to uncover facts, not rumors. Hidden secrets threaten to surface. Every mystery in Weatherfield seems connected by invisible threads. As Kit digs deeper into Theo's story, he accidentally uncovers secrets completely unrelated to the original investigation. Private conversations. Hidden relationships. Unexpected financial dealings. Old grudges. Each discovery paints a more complicated picture of life on the street. Some residents fear Kit may expose truths they'd hoped would remain buried forever. An emotional showdown looms. The inevitable confrontation between Kit and Gary promises to become one of the week's biggest moments. Neither man is willing to back down. Gary believes he's being judged because of mistakes he made years ago. Kit believes ignoring suspicious evidence would be an even bigger mistake. When the pair finally come face to face, emotions boil over. Accusations fly. Tempers explode. Neither side appears ready to compromise. Whether this confrontation produces answers, or simply creates even more questions, remains to be seen. Could someone else be pulling the strings? One intriguing possibility continues gaining momentum among Weatherfield residents. What if Gary isn't the real target? What if someone else has carefully manipulated events to make him appear guilty? If that's true, Kit could unknowingly be chasing the wrong suspect while the real mastermind quietly watches from the shadows. This possibility would perfectly fit Coronation Street's reputation for delivering unexpected twists just when viewers think they've solved the mystery. Weatherfield holds its breath. With every passing episode, suspense continues building. Kit edges closer to uncovering the truth. Gary struggles to defend himself. Theo's story grows increasingly mysterious. Residents wait anxiously for the next revelation. As the investigation intensifies, every conversation, every secret glance, and every unexpected discovery could become the key piece of evidence that changes everything. What happens next? The coming episodes promise explosive drama as Kit refuses to abandon his pursuit of the truth. Whether Gary is hiding vital information or simply finds himself trapped in another impossible situation, one thing is certain: his life is about to become far more complicated. Meanwhile, Theo's bombshell storyline continues to ripple across Weatherfield, affecting friends, families, and longtime rivals alike. Every new clue seems to raise even more questions, ensuring viewers remain glued to their screens. One revelation could clear Gary's name forever. Or it could expose a secret so devastating that it changes multiple lives across Coronation Street. With Kit closing in and tensions reaching breaking point, fans should prepare for a roller coaster of emotional confrontations, shocking discoveries, and dramatic twists that prove once again why Coronation Street remains one of television's most gripping soap operas. As the truth edges closer, nobody in Weatherfield can afford to feel safe. In a community where secrets rarely stay hidden for long, the next chapter of Theo's story could become one of the year's most unforgettable Corrie moments. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Crown ST.